On, how we doing? It's been a while. I've been working over here kind of hard. So, about like 3 weeks out from opening, let me just show you what we got going on here. All right, here we go. This is it. It's looking pretty good. I'd like to say so myself. We got enough room for 72 people, which is good. I got the idea right here. I watched a video from RNG-Gamez, and he mentioned these, and they're beautiful. I'm not using them as a checkout. I'm using them kind of as a free floating slat wall because I don't want to put anything on the wall over there. And we get to keep our eyes on it and everything. And it kind of separates the play space from the retail space. So, all right, I went with bookshelves instead of slat wall. I like the way they look better. Slat wall's great, but the shelves never like line up properly. And this just looks much cleaner, I think. So here's what's gonna be the flow of the store. You come into the doors, we got these two, like 3-tier gondolas here. On this wall, well, first off, we're getting the security gate installed right above us. So I can't really have anything from like here over. So what's gonna go here is like my Dragon Shield display, Warhammer display, and Gamegenic display. So that should fit perfectly right there. Now all like play mats and all that other jazz that we can hang on those hangers right there. We got a lot more hangers. Right here and down here, like, you know, all the Pokemon like V-boxes, bundles, this, that, commander decks, you know, all the doodads. It comes with these cool plastic displays that we're just holding, like just bullshit in for now as we but these are really cool. Always like catches people's eyes as like impulse buy items and stuff like that. We got a wire bin for plushies and things like that. This right here, so the flow, you come back here. This section right here is event registration and buying. Building the IKEA shelving units back there for like bulk and things like that. We let people trade in, we could sort it right here, process it, get it ready for back area. Now over here, I haven't done it yet, but we're gonna have 2 kiosks over here. So you could do like in-store pickups for anything we have. They're gonna be standing, not standing, they're gonna be on the wall and you just stand, they're gonna be touch screen and you just pretty much order the cards and they're ready in like, you know, in theory, 5-10 minutes. Display cases, really cool display cases. Let me show you what they could do. All right, take a look at these beauties. Lights underneath, interior, specially designed for cards. Had these custom made. These I bought such a long time ago. I probably bought these. They've been created in the warehouse for probably like, probably a year. But let me show you the coolest feature, which I'm excited about. So we don't have to use those nail polish displays anymore. Check it out. Kaboom! The drawers come out, nice. Look at that, beauty. You just reach in, grab the cards. I could reach in from here because I'm, you know, a little over 6 feet. But if you're short, you can get it from the side. No big deal. And they have storage underneath as well, which is great. Something we never really had. Oh, it's locked. Trust me, it opens. Checkout 1's going here with a computer. Checkout 2 is going over here. We're gonna have a checkout back there as well, just in case, you know, someone's registering for an event and wants to buy something. We'll have a checkout back here. It's a little dim over here, so I got these hex lights that I'm gonna install right above. So over here, we're gonna have a checkout, probably a handheld or something. Or I'll just get a new terminal. And, you know, the buying station will be here. So like once the Roca sifter comes, we'll have that here. We'll have, you know, a regular buying station. And in theory, as soon as you buy the cards, they get inputted into inventory, put in a drawer, assigned to a bin, and then at the end of the night, we incorporate it into our freaking IKEA workstations that'll be right here. You know, I haven't put anything on the walls yet. I have all artwork and TVs and things like that from the store because the store isn't closed yet. So we're kind of, you know, piecemealing it as we go. But that's pretty much it for the retail side of things. Now let's go back to the warehouse. Back here, so we got all our, like, you know, hard goods, kind of slow moving stuff, things that I've made. All of our like acrylics I had made, our binders that I make for the supply company. I'm getting gates for the windows that I'm installing right now. Another 2 shelving units are gonna go right here in between the windows. We got 2 right here. We're gonna do another probably 2 rows right here, over here, and over here for all our miscellaneous like backstock stuff. Over here, it's gonna be the shipping station. It's gonna run from there. I actually marked it on the floor with my custom bubble mailers. So it's gonna go from right here all the way down here. We'll have enough room for about 500 to 600,000 cards in inventory for the store. Actually, a little bit more than that, probably like 700,000 or 800,000 if I just add more drawers. Back here, we're gonna have 2 shipping stations and a computer on the side over there for, you know, kiosk orders and things like that. Back here is gonna be TCG player, and our machines are gonna go in the back, our Roca and our Fizz Batch. This is all of our magic bulk for now. We do have more, I just haven't brought it yet. It's been quite the task getting everything up and running, or trying to get everything up and running, while simultaneously running the store, running the warehouse, and all the other stuff. Then we're gonna try, I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but my plan was to have these kind of run down the store this way, but I'm not sure yet. It might not work because I want to do that for like my eBay stuff and all the online fulfillment through the website. I'm thinking it'll be better off by the actual card inventory. So I'm thinking I'll run them from like here, this way, and around, and kind of block us in. This way it's like a kind of a wall right here with all the hard goods. We'll have the shipping stations right here, computer right there. So it's like, if you're doing everything in the morning, you're just like in here. You don't have to go anywhere. Right now we're like in the warehouse, everything's kind of like fractured all over the place, just because through the years, like we start putting things here, putting things there, putting things over there. Now it's kind of like starting fresh. So I get to I know how everything works. I know how everything operates. So I get to do what I want and know the workflow of everything, like down pat, to the point where, you know, we're starting fresh, so I can kind of move shit where I want. One thing that sucks. These fuckers gave me such a problem. The acrylics on them, so they completely busted. What happened was I loaded them up into pods probably like in the beginning of June. No, probably earlier than that. Yeah, in June. And they were sitting in there for probably a month. And we had so many heat waves that the like protective film that was on it, it got like adhered to the to the acrylic, and you couldn't pull it off. And when you pulled it off, that sticky shit was still on there. So we tried to like use like some sort of like, not Goo Gone. Goo Gone didn't work. Nothing worked. So we got like really strong adhesive remover. It's somewhere in here. I don't know what it's called. It's somewhere in here. Where is it? I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. This shit, it worked, but it got into the like side of the acrylic where it was porous. Let me show you. It got into the side of the acrylic where it was like porous, and it just completely shattered the acrylic. So I could either cut new acrylics for them and take the hardware off of these, or option 2, which is I'm leaning towards, is throw them in the fucking trash. So garbage. These will go in the garbage, or if you're local and you want them for a good deal, let me know. And this, it's just out of place. It doesn't fit the vibe of the store. I was gonna use these for packs. It just doesn't. I put it in the front. It doesn't fit the vibe. It really cheapens the whole room. It's more designed for like a vape shop or like a smoke shop for like cigarettes or like Zyn and that type of stuff. So I was trying to think outside the box, do something unique. Didn't really work. But that's what that's what happens when you're trying new shit. That unit alone was like $1,800, and these trading card, the graded card displays, they costed me probably like $1,000 each. So right there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's $6,000 kind of down the drain. But it is what it is. I bought them such a long time ago. This is cubicles. My cubicle's on the other side. This is gonna be my wife's cubicle, so she can do her thing here. And this is gonna be the stream room. I'm not opening it. I just don't want to. It's just an empty room. You've all seen empty rooms before, but this is kind of it. We still have so much like room in here that even bringing the whole warehouse in, it's really not gonna fill it up as much as I thought it was. So we're gonna have so much more room to grow in here. So many more things I could carry, so many more options. I'll be able to do a lot more with, offerings and actually running a real Patreon instead of just a graveyard of a Patreon. I'm hoping it'll be like the good old days soon, but I don't see it happening with the way things are going. But hopefully things will change soon. But this is it. This is what I've been cooking up. What's going here is like a partition wall. Right here to close it off. So it's gonna be like a little partition wall right here to close it off and like have a little opening. It'll be a movable partition wall, and we'll have these like crowd control barriers to like close it off. It's not, I mean, I think it looks good. I think it looks premium. I think it looks like a good shop. It's bright, airy, big, tall ceilings, so it won't smell as bad as a small store. But one thing I'm gonna do is in the bathroom, I'm gonna have a little like vanity in there with like deodorant. And it'll be more of a joke, but not really. If you wanna use it, use it. If you think you need it, use it. So we'll have that in there as like a joke, but not really. And that's it, man. So probably not this week, but the following week, we'll close the store. Then we'll have a week here, 2 weeks here, probably, no, we'll have 3 weeks here to retrain the staff on everything, because everyone's gonna be cross-trained. We're gonna pretty much be setting up the shop for 2 or 3 weeks, cross-training, training staff, hiring new people, doing interviews, things like that here. This way, once grand opening day gets announced and we're ready to open, everyone will be trained, everyone will be on the same page, cross-trained, extended hours, extended days, and I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a lot of work, but I think it's gonna be great. So I'll see you later. I just wanted to do a quick little check-in for you and show you where we're at. This is where we're at.